Thanks. You may have plans to spend part of your 4th or this holiday weekend on the water. But what if you're out on the lake or the river and you see a storm coming? Meteorologist Matt Willoughby breaks down what to do if you're ever caught in a storm on a boat.
The summer months are filled with sunshine and hot temperatures, but they've recently been filled with tornado outbreaks, storms, and even gusty winds. Sometimes those storms aren't always on land.
Control your throttle.
Captain Paul Liss of the Glass City Pearl has been on the water when the weather hasn't been ideal.
If we're out on the water and severe weather comes, we kind of fall back on our years of experience and training that we got when we got our merchant mariner's credentials from the Coast Guard. So we actually have a dual radar system on the Glass City Pearl that will allow us to monitor and track that weather pattern as it comes in.
With storms on Lake Erie, the rain isn't much of a concern, but the wind can have a crucial impact on your boat and safety.
The way the wind affects the water and waves is the longer the distance or the more time it has to build, the bigger the wave's going to be. So here locally for us on the western end of Lake Erie, if we have things like an easterly wind or a northeast wind, that allows that wind to travel from one end of the lake to the other. So by the time those waves get here, they've had a chance to build bigger and bigger.
If you are in a smaller boat, Liz says keep this in mind.
Storm is building, you don't want to be in what we call the trough, so you don't want the wind and waves coming directly at your side. That's going to be when the boat's easiest to roll over or capsize.
Many times we see pop-up storms develop over the lake without much notice. So what do you do if you're in the middle of a storm and there's nowhere to go? First, put on your life jacket.
Thing is, if it doesn't have a cabin or anything like that, you want to find the seats that are manufactured by the boat company. You want to sit down in that seat. You don't want to be falling down or bouncing around the inside of the boat. Try to use the tools at your disposal, whether it's VHF with the marine forecast and the Coast Guard updates or weather apps on your phone to just make the best decision possible.
Reporting in Toledo, I'm meteorologist Matt Willoughby for WTOL 11.